All right, hello and welcome to the video again. My name is Wade Smith, and in this video, I'm going to be discussing Isshinryu Sanchin Kata. Uh, so, thank you for watching. Now, Sanchin Kata is the first kata that is usually taught in Isshinryu to yellow belts, uh, and you have to pass the yellow belt test to get your blue belt. And But Sanchin Kata is actually the last empty-handed kata that's fully tested in Isshinryu because it is the easiest to learn and the hardest to master at the same time, kata. Now, when they test you at yellow belt to try to get your blue belt, they beat on you with padded bats, and you're not supposed to flinch and give up and whatnot or change your stance or anything like that. When they test you at 6th-degree black belt to try to get your 7th-degree black belt, they beat on you with real Okinawan bows and they break them over your solar plexus and your arms and legs. And you're not supposed to flinch other than a kiai, and you're not supposed to lose your balance or lose your place in the kata. Now, what does Sanchin Kata teach? It teaches breathing, all right, double strikes, like throwing 2 strikes at one target at the same time. Makes sense. I'm going to attack the solar plexus with the top hand and the groin with the bottom hand. All right. But it's done in slow motion because it's more focused on the breathing, the body tension, the hardness of your muscles. And although I am somewhat overweight from being type 2 diabetic, my core, if you hit me in the stomach, I'm ready to defend. I'm not going to be hurt unless you're like Brock Lesnar or something, in which case I'm faster than Brock Lesnar. But whatever the case, Sanchin Kata is the purpose of it is proper breathing, proper muscle tension and relaxation, when to tense, when to relax, and also mental focus, how to psych yourself out and totally ignore pain and just put yourself on another level of pain tolerance. And when you get to that level, they test you to another level. So, like first thing Sensei does when you take your yellow to blue belt test is he beats on you with a slightly padded baseball bat, and if you flinch, you fail and have to start all over again. So this motion is you got like I want to say it's the hard block. So you got the block and the breathing, and then it as it comes to this point, you have the like I said, the palm heel to the solar plexus and the palm heel to the groin, which the bottom hand can then grab the guy by the nuts, and then you can do whatever the hell you want with it. All right, you can throw throat jabs, you can do whatever. All right, but you're gonna double strike. We have a couple double strikes in Isshinryu. That one with either hand high, and we have a reinforced push punch for fighting larger opponents. You can do it either this way or this way. All right, and it depends on the situation which becomes the preferred method. But your reinforced punch is for fighting a larger or perhaps stronger opponent or more fit opponent, and you're going to push into the solar plexus or push into the lower abdomen below the belt, like into the bladder and down. So you're basically going to rupture your opponent's bladder and perhaps their prostate and make them urinate all over themselves or defecate on themselves with that punch. It's going to be a very sharp down and out at the same time. It's very brutal, and it does mostly make the person urinate on themselves. But that sort of heavy breathing with striking is and blocking is the purpose of Sanchin Kata, is teaching you the correct breathing. And again, by the time you're going for the final test of Sanchin, it's just to psych yourself out and totally ignore pain is being taught along with the breathing exercises. Again, the sequencing of the moves is not as important as the breathing exercise and the muscle tension. Can somebody theoretically hurt me if they hit me in the solar plexus? Yes, because the solar plexus is one of the hardest parts of your body to train correctly. That's why we also use it as one of our first targets in Isshinryu self-defense. You're going to throw your cross punch is taught in the basic cross punch in Isshinryu is taught to cock to the hip and target the solar plexus. That's how we practice our Isshinryu basics. Obviously, if the solar plexus isn't available because your opponent's hands are at a lower than average guard for some reason, you're not going to target there. Then if their hands are down, they're maybe they're not even a threat to you, but whatever the case, we know, of course, that a cross can target the face, and a jab can target the face, and a hook can target the face, and an uppercut can target the jaw. But an uppercut and a cross can also target the body. In other words, so you just take the target of opportunity. If if the solar plexus is the target of opportunity, I'm going to throw a cross punch to the solar plexus. If the rib cage, under the rib cage, into the kidneys or stomach or liver this side, stomach this side, spleen this side. If that's the target of opportunity, that's the one I'm going to take with my uppercut if the jaw isn't available. All right. So, Sanchin being a hard kata is obviously a Goju-ryu kata, and although it does have the open hand double palm heel strike, and of course you could, if the solar plexus doesn't make sense to you for the high palm heel, you could palm heel to your opponent's nose or chin with the high palm heel, while steel palm heeling to the groin with the low one and grabbing the groin, uh, which is going to disable most men, especially when you pull back and thrust into their throat or face or nose repeatedly. Uh, all right, so this is a very practical street self-defense maneuver, the double palm heel, one high, one low. It's going to take out most opponents pretty effectively. Um, if you're not familiar with Isshinryu karate and you think I'm BSing about breaking Okinawan bows over somebody or 2x4s and with your bare fist and stuff like this, I would allow me to demonstrate if I can do this. This is a particle board, and as you can see, I'm about to break this across grain, which is about twice as hard as breaking it with the grain. And I've already broken this in a couple test runs. I broke these repeatedly earlier with knee strikes and thrust kicks. I broke through two of them simultaneously with a thrust kick, and probably could have done about 8 of them with a thrust kick if I wanted to. I just didn't want to hurt myself. I'm going to see if I can break this shorter one across grain, which should be about twice as hard as breaking a longer one because it's more likely to flex all the way to breaking. So this is going to be pretty hard because this is harder stuff than Ponderosa pine. This is an artificial particle board that is designed to be pretty hard to break. I'm going to see if I can break it though. I'm going to break it like I'm simulating like a full clinch, like I've grabbed my opponent by the shoulders or behind the head or neck, and I'm going to drag it down into a high knee strike. And it's going to hurt me a little bit, but it's going to break this board, I hope. 1, 2, 3. Hey! All right, that's real stuff. I'm not a McDojo. I am the real thing.